to get my back blown out in peace. You think I got time to talk about a divorce that's a year old?
It all began with a short video, just 10 seconds long. That's all it took to set the internet ablaze. In those few moments, everything people thought they knew about Teyana Taylor, her estranged husband Iman Shumpert, and even a member of her own family, her cousin, was thrown into question. The clip itself wasn't anything wild at first glance. It wasn't scandalous in the traditional sense. There was no obvious argument, no dramatic confession, no fighting or kissing. It showed Iman sitting on a couch next to Teyana's cousin. Music was playing in the background, and there was some quiet laughter, maybe even a joke being shared. But something about the energy between them didn't sit right with people. It wasn't what was happening in the video, it was the vibe, the body language, the little things. You could see it in the way Iman smiled, the way her cousin leaned in just a little too close, the unspoken comfort between them. Not the kind of comfort that comes from being longtime family friends. It was different, too warm, too familiar. And then, before anyone could react, the video was gone. Deleted. Removed from the story within minutes. But it was too late. People had already saved it. Screenshots were taken, screen recordings made. It was shared, analyzed, paused frame by frame. The internet doesn't miss much, and it definitely didn't miss this. People started asking questions, fast. What exactly were Iman and Teyana's cousin doing together? Was it an innocent moment between two people who've known each other for years? Or was it something more secretive, something they hadn't meant for the world to see? Social media went into full detective mode. Twitter threads popped up. TikTok creators broke it down like a crime scene. Reddit was flooded with speculation. Some fans tried to stay calm. They argued that everyone was overreacting. After all, the cousin has been around the family for years. She and Iman have probably shared plenty of laughs before. Maybe it was just a regular day and someone happened to catch it on camera. But then came the little details, the way her hand lightly touched his arm, the smirk that played on his face, how close they sat. It didn't look like a regular family moment anymore. It looked like two people who had grown a little too close. For comfort. And the biggest clue of all? Teyana's silence. She didn't post anything in response. No tweets, no Instagram captions, not even a meme to lighten the mood. Nothing. Just silence. It was like she saw the video, and instead of reacting publicly, she just disappeared for a bit. When she finally did reappear online, it wasn't with a direct comment. It was a single post, a plain quote, white text on a black background. It read, "Loyalty hits different when you realize who faked it best." That was it. No name. No context. But that one line hit harder than any public statement could. Fans immediately interpreted it as a response to the video. It wasn't just about feeling betrayed by a partner, it was about being hurt by someone you once trusted deeply, someone who knew your world inside and out. That post sent shockwaves through her fanbase. People started connecting the dots, digging into old photos, old posts, and old rumors. Some followers remembered past tension between Teyana and her cousin, even pointing out how family holidays or group trips sometimes felt awkward in the background of their shared pictures. Now, those old memories started to look a little different. Someone even pulled up a photo from a year ago showing Iman with his hand resting gently on the cousin's lower back. At the time, nobody thought anything of it. But now, in this new context, it looked much more intimate. Even some seemingly innocent Instagram comments between the two suddenly felt flirty in hindsight. And just when things seemed like they couldn't spiral any further, an alleged screenshot of a DM surfaced. It was supposedly sent from Teyana to her cousin months earlier, warning her to stay in her place. While it's unclear whether the message was real, it didn't matter. The court of public opinion had already made up its mind. For many, the story had moved beyond speculation, it was starting to feel like confirmation. The narrative shifted. This wasn't a one-time misunderstanding, people argued. It looked like something had been going on between Iman and the cousin for a while, maybe even during his marriage to Teyana. And if that were true, then we're not just talking about a video gone viral. We're talking about a long-term betrayal that cut deep, one that involved family and trust being broken at the core. Because when you split up with a partner, it's painful enough. But when that split possibly involves someone from your own bloodline, someone who's been in your home, around your children, part of your inner circle, that pain hits differently. That's not just disloyalty. That feels like an all-out personal attack. What made it worse? Iman didn't say a word. No Instagram statement, no tweet, no spokesperson coming forward with an explanation. He stayed completely silent. And sometimes, silence says more than words ever could. If it truly was innocent, people wondered, why not clear the air? Why not protect your name and your family? Some people went even further and suggested the cousin meant to post the video. That it wasn't An accident. That maybe it was a subtle message, a power move, even. A way of saying, look who's still close to him. Others believed she simply underestimated how much attention it would get. Maybe she didn't think it would blow up the way it did. Maybe she just made a bad call. But once again, people pointed back to the body language. The energy between them in the clip didn't feel casual. It felt like something more was going on, even if no one had the full picture. Then came one more twist. A tweet from someone who claimed to be a friend of the cousin was posted, and quickly deleted. It said, "He was always around. Don't act surprised now." That one line lit a new fire. It sounded like confirmation. Like this wasn't some new thing that happened after the breakup. It sounded like it had been happening long before anyone knew. And with that, fans started questioning everything all over again. Was this why Teyana and Iman really broke up? Was it more than just drifting apart or dealing with fame and pressure? Was this deep-rooted betrayal the actual reason their relationship ended? Suddenly, everything started to click. The quiet divorce filing. The distant behavior online. The cryptic quotes. It was no longer just a breakup story, it was a slow unraveling of trust, of loyalty, of years of shared life suddenly being put under a microscope. And what the world saw, it didn't look like love lost. It looked like heartbreak. Exposed. It only took one short video to spark a storm. A 10-second clip changed everything. Until then, most people saw Iman Shumpert as quiet, respectful, and the type of person who avoided drama. He kept things private, co-parented peacefully with Teyana Taylor, and even still liked old pictures of her. But after this video surfaced, that image quickly started to crack. In the video, Iman was sitting a little too closely to someone unexpected, Teyana's cousin. At first glance, it looked casual. Music played in the background. There was laughter. But something about the way they interacted felt strange. The smiles, the closeness, the comfort, it raised eyebrows. Then, just like that, the video was deleted. But the internet works fast. Fans had already saved it, shared it, and started dissecting every second. People began questioning Iman's actions and intentions. Was this harmless, or was it proof of something deeper? Then things got worse. Neither Iman nor the cousin said a word. No explanation, no statement, just silence. And not long after, the video started gaining attention. The cousin made her Instagram account private. That move made everything seem even more suspicious. When someone locks their account in the middle of a scandal, people don't stop asking questions, they dig harder. And dig they did. Fans scrolled through years of old posts, likes, and comments. They began connecting the dots. A birthday message from the cousin 2 years ago where she called Iman her favorite person. A comment from Iman on one of her swimsuit pictures with 3 fire emojis. A clip from a party where they were dancing a little too closely. On their own, these moments might have seemed innocent. But now, together, they looked like warning signs people had missed. Online detectives even started creating timelines, trying to figure out when Teyana and Iman really ended things. Did their relationship overlap with whatever was going on between him and the cousin? Was this video the final straw, or just the proof Teyana had been waiting for? That's when her silence started to speak volumes. She didn't shout or call anyone out by name. Instead, she posted one quote, "Loyalty hits different when you realize who faked it best." No caption. No tag. But she didn't need to say more. That one sentence said everything. And then fans noticed something else. Teyana had quietly deleted recent pictures of that same cousin from her social media. It didn't feel like a coincidence. Whether the situation was emotional, romantic, or just deeply disrespectful, it was clear Teyana felt betrayed. And when betrayal comes from family, it cuts deeper. It's not just pain, it's heartbreak mixed with confusion, anger, and shock. You expect outsiders to hurt you. But when someone you grew up with breaks your trust, that's a different kind of damage. Now the big question is, what happens next? Will Iman finally say something? Will the cousin try to explain her side? Will Teyana open up and share more of the truth? Or will everyone stay quiet, letting rumors grow? We don't know yet. But what's clear is this, that 10-second video didn't just expose a moment. It cracked open something much bigger. A relationship that already seemed fragile now feels broken. And sometimes, the deepest wounds come from those closest to us. So we wait. We watch. We scroll through the next post, the next reaction, the next clue. Because whatever this was, an innocent mistake or a real betrayal, it's not over. Not yet. And this is Pop Links.